Hey, how you doing?
Yo, what's good? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, man. I really appreciate you for tuning in with Royal Crown Spotlight for this interview.
I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate it.
First and foremost, I'll let you take the floor, introduce yourself for the few people who may not know who you are.
What's up, y'all? I'm Tylan, national recording artist. I'm 17 years old, coming from D.C. And I got a new single out called Yeah Yeah. It's on all streaming platforms. Make sure y'all go check out my video. That's help me get to 500K over there on the video. It's on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is official Tylan. That's official Tylan. So y'all go check that out.
Dope. We're gonna dive right in there, man. Tell me what it's like growing up in DC, the nation's capital.
I mean, it's dope, man. I mean, hearing about all about like the policies and stuff like that. So I actually just graduated from high school a year early. So I'm in college right now and pursuing my political science degree. And being around all that stuff, it inspired me to get into it. And then sports stuff like that come from a rich background, and football with the football team, formerly known as the Skins, the Wizards, stuff like that. So it's dope. Mumbo sauce and the dope music that we create.
Yeah, man, DC pretty dope. I had to take me a trip out there, man. So
You gotta come check us out.
how did you end up graduating a year early?
So I was doing college courses early, in the 10th grade. So last year, my assistant principal he brought to my attention that I didn't need too many more credits to graduate, so they just told me to continue doing my college courses and got up out of there.
Right, man. That's dope. That's dope for real. Like how tough is it for you juggling? I noticed you played sports, you was doing music in high school and to stay focused on your schoolwork.
Oh man, it was super tough because I started singing professionally my sophomore year of high school, so 2 years ago. And, it was tough at first because I used to leave and go to the ATL and record at least like twice every month. So I appreciate my school letting me leave school and my teachers for sending me my work while I was down there putting in work in the studio. But it was real hard the first 2 months, but I still was able to maintain my 4.0 GPA my whole way through, and then it got easy over time. So
That is definitely dope, man. That's true definition of being able to do anything you put your mind to.
you put your mind to, yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
So what age were you when you decided that music is what you wanted to do professionally?
15, 15 years old, man. Because my mom, she's an author. She wrote a book, and everybody in my family can sing. So she had the dope idea of doing a soundtrack for a book because she never heard of somebody doing that. And we got down there, she went to ATL to do the soundtrack, start the soundtrack. When we got down there, I was like, Mom, I think I want to do something with it, and that's how it all got started for me.
Man, speaking of your mom, man, what is it like to have a mom with you?
It's tough. I mean, I always say that, she's my biggest supporter, my biggest hater, and my biggest critic all in the one. So I mean, it got its perks to it, because that she not gonna like double cross you and stuff like that. Because I mean, that's your mom. She always gonna look after you and look for what's best for you first. But then it's also tough because it's like you gotta know when to take that professional head off and be mom and be manager. So it's tough in that instances. But other than that, it's dope.
Y'all still juggling that right now?
Yeah. I mean, we got my guy Eric. Shout out my co-manager Eric Nix, man. He's helping manage me, but yeah, it's me, my mom, and Eric. Yeah.
Got you, man. Speaking of your mom, notice, man, you give a lot of props to your mom and your grandmother. Like, what type of effect does that have, like, on your music, on your overall, manhood?
I mean, I got a song right now. It's called "Thank You, Mama." It hasn't been released yet, but it's just telling the world how I feel about my mom. I always say that she's my best friend. Just telling people, how our relationship is, but also, talking about like how much they've impacted me in becoming the man I am and the man I'm becoming. So
Yeah, that's dope, man. It's good. I was glad when I came across your music and your overall like just personality because it's like, and we need more of that. Like look, especially in the quote unquote black community, you see a lot of kids that once they hit a certain age, they're trying to distance themselves from their parents. They're too cool to be seen with their parents. And man, you making it cool. You making it okay, once again to make it to let them know it's all right to have your family around. It's okay to still be dependent on your family. So man, I really shout out your entire family for that, man, for y'all bringing that back on the music scene.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah. Speaking of family members, I noticed you lost two important people to you back to back. Your grandfather and your uncle, man. How was that for you? Like, how is that pertaining to like how you still dealing with everything?
Yeah, I mean, I actually everywhere I go, I got my granddad with me. I got this necklace. It was a picture of me and him on it. And I mean, he was me and my. I don't want to get too personal, but like me and my dad, we don't really got the best relationship. So like growing up, my grandfather was like that father figure to me that I would go to for advice. Rather be about girls or so like stuff about becoming a man and just about life. And losing him but a year ago crazy that it's been a year, but it's been real tough on me. And then losing my uncle, I felt like that was the next person up to take my granddad's place, and losing him, man, it was real difficult. But I'm just trying to keep my head up, and just keep moving forward. That's because that's what they would want me to do. They won't want me to be, wallowing and my, sadness. They want me to keep
Definitely.
focusing on my craft and getting better and make them proud. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Dope, dope, dope. Yeah, losing people close to us, man. It makes you stronger or to break you, and I know it definitely give you that extra push, especially when you know that's what they wanted you to do.
Right.
So, man, tell us about Grammy weekend. How it felt to be a part of that.
Oh man, Grammy weekend, it was dope. It was dope, man. Be a part of it. Just because that's my dream. That one day, win a whole bunch of Grammys. So just being on the scene, seeing celebrities, you know, and just getting accustomed to that scene, because that's the scene I want to be a part of. So it was a real eye opener for me.
Right, right, though, man. I see you've been working with some real legends in the game, man. Tell me what it's like working with RL and Ronnie DeVoe. Like, man, what's that like?
Oh man, so like RL, man, that's basically like my uncle now, man. That's family. Like, he's super genuine guy, super cool. I mean, man, that's just somebody that I could pick up the phone, call, and talk to about anything. We talk like 1-2 times a week, just talk about what's going on in my life, what's going on in his life, and he's just a great guy. And also his partner, my big brother, B Flat, up and coming producer. And they just two great individuals. And then working with Ronnie, it was super dope. Like, man, my mom, that was one of her favorite groups growing up. So like, just working with a legend like that, man, that was super cool. And him giving me that stamp, because I flipped their songs. Him giving me that stamp and getting on it, it was super dope.
It's dope. Hey, who celebrated that win more, you or your mother?
Oh man, I don't even know it. Man, she probably was more hyped than I was, to be totally honest. About getting Ronnie on the track, man, that was crazy.
And yeah, when the new edition movie came out, the episodes had everybody trying to sing and dance.
Yeah, that's fact. Hey, it's still had people out singing the dance, man.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's real dope. So yeah, tell us about your new single.
Oh man, so like I said, me and Unc, man, we talk like 1-2 times a week, and how yeah all came to be was, man, we was on the phone one day, and we was just talking about regular stuff, just talking about life, and I was telling about this girl that I liked at the time. Yeah.
Okay,
It,
okay.
it always start with a girl. It always start with a girl. So I was just telling them how, man, I just wanted her to see how I'm different from all these guys out here, because guys in my generation now, they knuckleheads. They focus on the wrong things. Like you said, at the beginning of the interview, they just focus on the wrong things. And I just want her to see that I'm different. And he was like, okay. And he came back 2 days later with the record. Man, it was crazy.
Dope, dope. So was that the girl in the video?
Nah, that's my manager's daughter. Shout out Montana, shout out Sophie, shout out Jess. You know, coming doing their thing at the video shoot, man. It was dope.
So the girl you made the song for, does she know it's for her?
Nah. You know, she don't need to know. She don't need to know. You know.
So now you're gonna have some people sitting there trying to figure out, like, let me listen to this again.
Go listen to it. Go listen to it. If you want to
Okay.
figure out who the girl is, you know, ladies, y'all, why go listen to it, man. Go check it out.
That's what R&B is all about, man. For real, for real.
Definitely.
So I noticed you taking singing lessons. At what age did you start taking singing lessons?
Man, I just started around the same time that I started singing, actually. So, you know, I was going through artist development down at Marvelous Enterprise. You know, they didn't brought up a lot of legends in the industry. Like New Edition used to go down there, Beyonce, Usher. You know, like some of the biggest names that y'all have heard in the industry. So just being down there, like I've just been learning and absorbing everything they've been teaching me, just trying to be a sponge. And me and my vocal coach, man, that's basically like family. Shout out Mr. James. Man, like man, even during this COVID stuff, because he's commuting down in Atlanta. Well, I mean, me and him still do our regular lessons and still getting it in. So you know, when it's time for all this COVID stuff to be over and I get back on stage doing what I love to do, the vocals gonna sound just as crisp like they are in the records. So I'm ready.
So for some up and comers or some artists that will need some advice, how important is singing lessons to you?
Oh, they super important, especially if you just coming up. I mean, this is how we, you know, it's our tool. How we, you know. So we need to know how to use it properly, because I feel like a lot of singers, you know, especially that hasn't gone through the lessons and the coaching that I've been going through, you know, they don't know how to use it properly. So you know, learning the proper techniques, learning when you need to slow down, when you feel like your voice ain't feeling up to par. Because you can damage it as well, so you don't want to do nothing like that. So I feel like it's super important.
Definitely, man. All right, so tell us about living with Tylan, like how they came about.
Oh man, so I mean, you know, during the pandemic, I mean, well, actually before the pandemic, we were just doing stuff to try to get my content up, and shout out my guy TL, you know, just follow me around, you know, documenting what I do in my day to day. But you know, we dropped that like during the pandemic, you know, just to get the content up and just show people I was still out there doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that all came to be.
That's dope. That's dope, man. I'm not gonna lie, I love your energy. Like, how do you for some people who maybe, you know, the pandemic going on still, a lot of people battling with depression and, you know, anxiety and things of that sort. Like, what's some things you do to keep a positive vibe, a positive attitude?
Well, first, you know, keeping the right people around you, you know, like especially, you know, we can't go out and see the people that we may want to see on the day to day. So just try to make the best of the people that you got around you. And then I would say writing, you know, like write that stuff out. Like you don't want to keep it all in your mental. Like it's good to get that stuff out, even if you don't do nothing with it. If you just rip it, throw it away, just get it out your system. Because man, I'm not gonna lie, when this pandemic was going on, even sometimes now I still get like down, especially, you know, talking about me losing those two influential people in my life in the last year. I'm still going through it, but you know, just try to find those things to take your mind off of it, and just focus on the good rather than the bad, because we all gonna get out of this eventually. And pray. That's another thing. Praying to God. That's most important.
Definitely, man. Before we get out of here, no, I talk about the elephant in the room, you know, by you being a young African American man and with all the racial tension going on in the country. Like, how do you feel about all that? Because, you know, you network with all different types of people. You know, you out there, your music out there, you have a large fan base. So I'm sure you have fans from all walks of life. So, like, you know, what's your take on everything that's going on right now?
Man, I mean, I feel like our people are being attacked. And I feel like it's good that we're finally starting to come together. but I still feel like we got a long way to go. Cause I mean, talking about losing my uncle, like he was murdered, and you know, I just feel like in order for Black Lives Matter movement to keep going farther and farther, we each other have to start looking ourselves in the mirror and start realizing that we matter to one another. So
Right.
that's the main thing that I say. We have to start black lives have to start mattering to Black lives.
Definitely, man. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more, man. Last but not least, what do you want your legacy to be?
Man, I haven't even really thought about it that much, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I'm still growing and still trying to get better. I mean, but to try to answer your question the best way I can, I mean, I want to be remember that somebody that always gave it everything they had, gave 1,000%. And when people bring up, the Michael Jacksons, the Ushers, the Chris Browns, the guys that I looked up to, hopefully one day I'm in that class. So I got a whole bunch of Grammys to my name.
Dope. Hopefully we definitely should be able to double back. Hopefully I'll be able to reach you, once you get up here, because you're definitely headed there, and we'll bring that back.
Hey, what's that, man?
You want to tell everybody where they can reach you? Of course, I know in the beginning of the interview, but if you got any new projects coming out, all your social media handles, everything, any shout outs, the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, so I got a new single dropping in February, featuring DMV legend Wale. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Also, my debut EP is coming out first quarter of the year, shortly after the single in February. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow me on all my social. I can stay up to date with everything with that, and also everything going on in my personal life. And y'all can find me on all the socials at official_Tylan. That's official_Tylan. Also, y'all, again, make sure y'all go check out the official video for Yeah on my YouTube channel. That again is as well as official Tylan, official Tylan. And I just appreciate you for having me on. I mean, I can't wait till all this stuff over, so I come up there and rock with y'all in person.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely got to come out there to the nation capital, man. We would definitely link in person. You want to
Oh yeah.
You want to give them a little preview or anything before we go?
Nah, man, y'all just go check it out. Go over to my page right now, and y'all go check me out. And make sure y'all go to my YouTube channel and go check out the video. Ain't no previews. Y'all go look on the page to get the previews.
Got you, man. Appreciate you for coming out, Tylan, man. Much love and blessings to you and your family. Enjoy your holidays.
Vice versa. You too.
We'll stay in contact, man.
Most def love. I appreciate it.
All right. Same here.
Hold you tight, do the things you like. Well, girl, I'm the type that you like.